This is Peace Arch with Lisa. Take one.
I had been for regular mammograms for some time, and I was overdue for one. I called to make an appointment at Peace Arch, and I found out I was going to have to wait several weeks to get an appointment. And that would have been okay, except I sort of knew something wasn't right.
After the biopsies, I went to the doctor to get the results and was told that I had breast cancer. Reliving this today is probably very difficult. I couldn't believe that that was happening to me.
I have no cancer in my family. This was a complete shock. Really, it was Peace Arch that detected this incredibly aggressive cancer that was not anything that could be detected other than with a mammogram. And they got me rolling onto the road to recovery, which included 5 surgeries and 6 months of chemotherapy.
And I went in for the partial mastectomy, and the surgeon found a 6.5 centimeter tumor that had not shown up on the imaging because I have very dense tissue that it was hiding behind. And so she took it upon herself to also remove some lymph nodes in that surgery, and they also showed cancer.
I would say going through something like this is significant. There was a moment, actually, the nurse, I wrote her name down, but I can't remember it. When you see your chest for the first time after you've had your breast removed, it's still with the bandages on. You know, she put her hand on my shoulder and got down because I was sitting on the bed and looked in my face and just said, "You're going to be okay." And I wrote about her in my journal because I am going to be okay. But because I did go for this screening, and because I could come here, and because I didn't have to miss work to do it because it was close, and because I didn't have to get someone else to pick my daughter up from school, because I could do it and I could return to what I was responsible for.
I'm shocked at how many people are diagnosed, how many moms and sisters and daughters I know who have been touched by it. And I just can't emphasize enough the importance of investing in equipment close to home so that people can be diagnosed early.
So the challenges that we're having with our current equipment is that it is at the end of life. It doesn't have some of the newer technologies that have been developed over the last few years. We have more days when it's down for maintenance, and that, of course, takes away from the amount of patients we can get done on a monthly basis.
One can imagine the stress involved in getting to the hospital, anticipating that you're having a diagnostic test that may find a cancer or some other problem that is very serious, and the build up for that, and then showing up for your appointment and finding out the machine's not functional and that you're going to be delayed or even canceled to another time. You know, it's devastating for people.
We can't stop a disease process like breast cancer. You really can't prevent it at this point in history, but what you can do is catch it early. A new machine would help us so much in this way. It helps us to progress that extra step along the road of being able to detect cancers earlier and smaller.
With the newest technology and equipment available, my tumor might have shown up on the original screening, because that certainly would have accelerated my treatment plan.
Our community is growing, and it's no longer just an older demographic. There are many women of all ages here, and men, who also get breast cancer. I think it's absolutely key. It's made us able to handle and manage this cancer rather than it being a death sentence.
It's meant a lot for me to be able to come to Peace Arch because it's so close to home. It's a comfort whenever I drive by. Memories, good and bad, come back. I met with doctors, radiologists. They were so gentle and kind. I'll never forget that. It was needed.
Dr. Franker, I want to thank you. I'm so appreciative that you were there with an open and warm heart. I appreciate the way you held the utmost respect for myself and my husband while I traveled on a very scary journey.
Through the years, I've had breast cancer patients come back to my office, and to see them, hear about their lives, know how well they've done. I don't know if there's words that describe that feeling of knowing you've really impacted someone's life.
Practically everything that I've ever needed has been right here at this hospital. And I donated a painting in 2012 that's hanging on the second floor. My husband used to sit at the end of the corridor and sketch. Every time I drive by, I look at that window. And just last week, out of the blue, someone phoned me and said, "You don't know me, but I'm at the hospital, my mother's dying, and I'm looking at this painting. And I just want you to know how happy you made me today." So, thank you, Peace Arch, for my family. And I think for all your families, give generously for this cause. They need it. You need it.